All right, Libra. Whew. Okay, let's do it. Happy birthday. All information to work with me one-on-one is below. My calendar should be updated for those of you interested, and my email is below to contact me. The extended version to this reading is in the first link below on a Patreon link. That's where we get more in depth. We get to like the juicy, the meat, because the season has a lot to it, and there is a lot to talk about with you. For those of you who have been diligent and have been working and unafraid to take credit, unafraid to be seen, stepping into or stepping forward towards dealing with any fear that's maybe come up recently or doubt, especially in the past few months. But you know, it's been a minute. You've been, whether others have noticed or not, you know you've been working towards this, discovering these parts of yourself that, my kitty, one of my kitties, that wants attention, that also deserves the light, deserves to be seen, and more, even more importantly, see how my voice changed, is worthy of that being seen. And leave it to Venus and Leo to help you out. And then Virgo will be, Venus will entering Virgo towards the middle of the month. It's very obvious that this is a time where different parts of you meet and become the version of yourself that is and has ultimately been preparing people for, because you find yourself in situations where you need to be and feel and experience the self that you have been working on. I know it sounds kind of weird, like, how are you hiding? No, you've been revealing yourself, but this month is going to reveal it more. You know, this month is going to show you where you have gained power over your side. It's not that there's a physical loss, but there's a mental loss. You've overcome something that has been very dominant. It's had a home or a long enough stay where the death card comes in and is like, all right, we're revamping what it is that you give, how you give, where it's coming from, and also drawing power back from it. This is also you giving more attention to what you really care about, regardless of others care about it too. Because you know that they eventually will, and eventually they'll see you. And if they don't, then they don't. You may see how this has caused you more pain. And it's not that you don't want to share. It's more that there's been a long-needed look at these roots. And sometimes we think of the roots as just in our feet. But the roots is the heart. And a Venus retrograde in Leo literally brings us there, to the heart. And now we get to process. And if we can act upon what we've had processed. And then at the same time, it's been very prominent. He's just sitting right here. It's so funny. It's adorable. There's maybe something that you find endearing about how protective the nature of this change is of you. Because as harsh as these cards can look, it's because when you shine and when you decide it's your time, or when life decides for you, probably around October 14th, you're seen for not all that you can carry. But what you're more interested in is how you're seen for how you've been carrying it. How you handle and yet feed and grow all at the same time. How from 9 to 9, 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, you realize that you can either hold on to the parts of you that have kept you this way or revealing this same person, or you can go with what has been changing, excuse me, and causes you to look at yourself in a way that feels more aligned with who you're becoming, who and how you treat others. And it sounds that simple, but you do think of others more than most signs, more than any sign probably. It can be negative, it can be positive, but mostly it's because you know that one thing affects another. And you don't mind making a scene or coming out of nowhere and making someone feel something and saying it in a way that's like, wow, that was strong. It's like taking a whiff, walking into a coffee shop and taking a whiff of coffee. That's the first thing you smell, right? So this here version of you that has grown your mentality, has strengthened that muscle, the muscle that worth muscle, to what's worth it, what's worth your energy. And that starts on the inside. And this month will give you that time, if you take it, while also giving it and experience it. Most importantly, goals are important, but there's no end meet to any goals anytime soon. So it's about also enjoying the process, enjoying the ride. The more you decide to go with what you know in the moment, what is being revealed to you at a very synchronistic time, and not taking that for granted, the more it frees yourself from those parts of yourself that you know you need freeing from. Because you realize that not only can you survive, you can thrive even more. And life is wanting you to. Virgo season pretty much revealed to you the growth that you can meet. Not only by integrating, by accepting where you are, by accepting who you are. Yeah, you can charm people, appease people, bring people towards that romantic love just enough to make it feel so real. To draw those experiences into your life in your own way and see that all around you. Because you know not everyone experiences life this way, but you bring it to life. And you have a way of allowing that to exude from you. And it's very obvious that it's time that's you give who you are and not give into who others expect you to be. It may feel strong, like a strong blow or a strong gust of wind. For some people, they won't understand fully, and for others, they'll show you how they feel, of course. So also on the other end, be generous with as much as you can with the impact that you have. Trusting that the responsibility that you have, what you can handle now, is different than it used to be, but what you won't handle are the choices that you make. And some choices can impact us for a very long time. And others, we can change quicker. You're entering a time, Libra season is that time. In Virgo season, we're kind of being prepared. Okay, I know there's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot happening. There's construction on both sides of my apartment, at work, within me, in my day job. On the road, it's just so Virgo, and Virgo's not leaving us anytime soon. We're going to have Venus in Virgo as well. So it's allowing you to refine by getting lost in the daydreaming of, and also making those day-to-day choices. They may feel boring or whatever, but those grandiose moments will and hopefully exceed what you expect. There's also someone who gives you the hope, the knowing, and the love that you deserve. And it's reciprocated this month in a way that solidifies, and not that you need that validation, but it's the validation of how far you've come in that arena. That accepting that this change comes from the acceptance of all energies around. You notice how people interact with you this month and here on forward. You notice that by revealing what you know, it's not something that can be held back anymore. You are very aware of what is working for you, what isn't. And it's allowing your ego to grow in a way that it needs. And your false self, or that self that we're so attached to, that perception of others that you do not have control over as much as you wish you could sometimes. It can be seen as a weakness, but if you know and you see it and you're aware of it, it's no longer has any power over you. You then have that strength to not feed into it, to trust, and to detach from whatever is left. And I know there's a grieving period, but this month is going to allow you to create that grievance in space. What do I mean by that? Create from that place. Create space to create, to hear, to listen, to know, to lean into the idea and the real big idea that I know you have, and that you can have so many you don't know where to start, but this one just doesn't need that push. It doesn't need that force. It just needs you to put it in motion, because it is a long term. It was this way. It's investing long term. It's you getting to be and show the strength in what you are and attract from that place not only abundance, but a kind of fulfillment in your life that you enjoy, that you are close to building something in your life that you enjoy. When you look around, how happy you are with it, and knowing at the same time that there's always more to come, that there's always going to be change, but you have more power than you know, wherever you can learn that you don't have control. It's very clear right now that the insight that you're gaining is going to help you overcome any doubt, move through any fear, to bring the energy and the insight that only your vessel can bring, that only a Libra can share. And if that isn't amazing in itself, then it doesn't matter whether or not people allow you to or find things that you find important, because you know what you find important has value and you see its value. It's not just out there in the ether, it's being put to use, being put to practice. And yet at the same time, trusting and finding a way to develop a relationship and a strong, fruitful relationship with faith or trust. It just all goes together. And knowing that you're being guided this month more than ever, your moment is being seen so naturally that you almost forget you had a fear of it at all. And this powerful moment is for you to move forward with and know that it's not just a moment anymore. It's just the beginning. All right, Libra, so much to get into. See you in the next part.